My beloved soul, pause for a moment, because what you are about to hear is not random, and it is not a coincidence. Out of billions of people, this message has reached you at this exact second for a reason that goes far beyond logic. Something sacred has already been set in motion within your body, and you were guided here because your spirit recognized the signal before your mind could understand it. Archangel Michael steps forward with a presence that is impossible to ignore, and his voice carries both urgency and deep compassion. He says there is something happening inside you right now, something invisible to the eyes, something science has only begun to whisper about, but heaven has already declared. A divine process has already begun within your physical body, and it did not start when you clicked on this message. It started before you even knew you needed it. There has been a silent shift, a moment when heaven looked upon your condition, your exhaustion, your hidden pains, the weight you've been carrying in your body, and decided that enough was enough. This is not just about healing symptoms. This is about a complete restoration that touches every cell, every nerve, every breath you take. And what makes this moment so powerful is this: you didn't initiate it, heaven did. You may have felt it recently without understanding. A strange wave of fatigue that didn't make sense. Moments of emotional release that came out of nowhere. A sudden need to rest, to withdraw, to be still. You may have questioned it, even worried about it. But Archangel Michael is revealing something shocking. These are not signs of breakdown, they are signs of divine intervention. Right now, as you listen, there is a light, yes, a real, living light, flowing into places within your body that have been in darkness for far too long. This is not imagination. This is not wishful thinking. This is the healing light of Christ, and it is not approaching from the outside, it is already moving within you. And here is the part that may surprise you the most: your body recognizes it. Your cells are not confused by this light. They are responding to it. They are awakening to it like something they have been waiting for since the very beginning. There is an ancient memory within your body, a divine imprint that knows exactly what to do when this light arrives. And now, that memory is being activated. Archangel Michael says, do not dismiss what you are feeling. Do not ignore the subtle changes taking place. This is the beginning of a divine blueprint unfolding within you. But there is something even deeper, something most people never realize. This moment was not only prepared for your body, it was prepared for your soul. Every delay, every struggle, every unanswered prayer has led to this precise alignment. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are standing at the exact point where heaven and your physical body are about to meet in a way that will change everything. So stay with this message. Do not scroll away, because what is being revealed next will uncover what has been happening inside you all along and why your body has been waiting for this moment more than you ever knew. There is a truth that has been hidden from you for far too long, and Archangel Michael is now bringing it into the light with clarity and authority. What you have been experiencing in your body is not just physical. It is not just stress, not just fatigue, not just random discomfort. There has been a deeper, unseen battle taking place within you, one that operates beyond what doctors can measure and beyond what words can easily explain. For years, your body has been absorbing more than just food and air. It has been absorbing emotions, environments, energies, and spiritual impressions. Every moment of fear, every wave of anxiety, every silent worry that you carried without speaking, it all left an imprint. Your body remembers what your mind tried to forget. And slowly, over time, these imprints began to weigh down your system, creating blockages that disrupted the natural flow of life within you. Archangel Michael reveals that this is how darkness often works, not through sudden destruction, but through gradual depletion. It whispers doubt into your thoughts, tension into your muscles, heaviness into your spirit. It convinces you that what you are feeling is normal, that exhaustion is just part of life, that discomfort is something you must learn to live with. But that is not the truth of your design. You were not created to live in constant tension. You were not meant to carry invisible burdens in your body. Your physical form was designed as a vessel of light, a living expression of divine harmony. But when that harmony is disrupted, the body begins to signal for help. Sometimes through pain, sometimes through fatigue, sometimes through emotional overwhelm that seems to have no clear cause. And here is what makes this revelation so powerful. None of this means your body has failed you. In fact, your body has been fighting for you this entire time. Every ache, every moment of weakness, every signal you tried to ignore, it was your body's way of saying, something is not aligned. It was not betraying you. It was protecting you. It was doing everything it could to hold on, to maintain balance, to survive under conditions it was never meant to endure. Archangel Michael steps in with a voice of strength and reassurance, saying, your body has not been broken. It has been burdened. And now, that burden is being lifted. This is where the shift begins. Because the moment divine light enters, darkness cannot maintain its hold in the same way. The patterns that once felt permanent begin to loosen. The heaviness that once felt normal begins to feel foreign. And suddenly, things that used to drain you start to reveal themselves clearly, as if a veil has been removed. You may begin to notice that certain thoughts no longer feel true. Certain habits no longer feel right. Certain environments feel heavier than before. This is not confusion. It is clarity. Your system is recalibrating. Your body is recognizing what aligns with life and what does not. This hidden battle is now being exposed not to overwhelm you, but to free you. Because once you see it, you are no longer controlled by it. And here is the divine truth Archangel Michael wants you to understand deeply. The power that has entered your body is greater than anything that has tried to weaken it. The light that is now moving within you carries authority. It carries restoration. It carries a blueprint that knows exactly how to bring your body back into alignment. This is not a temporary feeling. This is not a passing moment. This is the beginning of a reversal, a turning point where everything that once worked against your health begins to lose its grip. And as this truth settles into your spirit, something extraordinary is about to be revealed, because what you thought was just a quiet internal shift is actually the first wave of a powerful healing force that has already begun its work within you. Beloved, what you are about to understand now may shift everything you thought you knew about your body, your condition, and even your prayers. Because Archangel Michael is revealing something that most people overlook in their search for healing. The moment healing truly begins is not when symptoms disappear, but when divine light first enters. And that moment has already happened within you. You may not have seen it with your eyes. You may not have heard a loud sound or felt something dramatic. In fact, it likely came in quietly, almost gently, like a whisper passing through your spirit. But make no mistake, its arrival was powerful, precise, and intentional. There was a moment, perhaps recently, when something inside you softened. A moment when you felt a strange calm in the middle of your usual stress. A moment when your body asked you to slow down, to rest, to pause even when your mind wanted to keep going. That was not weakness. That was not coincidence. That was the first wave of the healing light of Christ entering your system. Archangel Michael speaks with clarity. The light does not force its way in. It is received, and you, without even realizing it, open the door. This is what makes this moment sacred. You didn't need to be perfect. You didn't need to have everything figured out. All it took was a moment of surrender, a moment where your spirit said, "I need help," even if you never spoke the words out loud. Heaven heard it, and instantly a response was released. Now understand this deeply. This light is not symbolic. It is not just an idea or a comforting thought. It is an active, living presence. It carries intelligence and carries purpose. And right now, it is moving through your body with precision, going directly to the places that need it most. You may have felt unusual sensations, warmth in certain areas, tingling, heaviness followed by sudden release, or even emotional waves that seem to come from nowhere. You may have questioned them, wondering if something was wrong. But Archangel Michael is making it clear. This is not something going wrong. This is something finally going right. Because when divine light enters, it begins to expose what has been hidden. It moves into areas where tension has been stored. It reaches places where pain has been buried. It touches the parts of your body that have been silently carrying the weight of your past. And as it does, it begins a process, not of destruction, but of release. This is why some people feel tired when healing begins. This is why emotions surface unexpectedly. This is why your body may feel like it is going through something unfamiliar. It is because the light is not just comforting you, it is transforming you. And here is the truth that Archangel Michael wants you to hold on to. The process has already started, and it will not stop halfway. The light that has entered you does not retreat. It does not lose its way. It continues until its work is complete. Every cell it touches begins to respond. Every system it flows through begins to realign. Slowly, gently, but powerfully, your body is remembering what it feels like to function in harmony. You are not waiting for healing to begin. You are already inside it. And this is only the first wave. There is more coming. There is a deeper level of restoration that is about to unfold. But for now, Archangel Michael asks you to do one simple thing. Do not resist what you are feeling. Do not question every change. Trust the process that has already been initiated within you. Because what is happening now is not random. It is not temporary. It is the beginning of a divine blueprint activating in real time inside your body. Type "I receive divine healing" in the comments if you feel this stirring within you. Blessing code 318 has just been released over your life. And as this light continues to move, something even more profound is about to be revealed while your body has been waiting, preparing, and holding on for this exact moment in ways you never imagined. As this wave of healing begins to settle into your spirit, understand this. When you respond to a divine moment like this, you are not just receiving, you are also becoming a vessel for others to receive. There are countless souls still waiting for this same light, still searching for answers, still feeling alone in their struggle. And right now, you have the opportunity to help carry this message further. The word says, "Give, and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over." This is not just a verse. It is a living promise being spoken over you in this moment. If you feel the call in your heart, if something within you is saying, "I want to help others experience this too," then act on it. Sow into this mission through Super Thanks or through the PayPal link in the description, or even through the QR code placed in this video. This is not just support, it is participation in a divine assignment. As you give, may the same healing light multiply back into every area of your life. Step into this moment. Activate your obedience. There is something deeply comforting, yet profoundly surprising, that Archangel Michael is revealing to you now. What if everything your body has gone through, every delay, every discomfort, every season of confusion, was not a sign of failure, but preparation? What if your body has not been falling apart, but instead holding on, waiting for this exact moment to arrive? Because that is the truth. For so long, you may have questioned why things did not improve sooner, why certain conditions lingered longer than expected, why your body did not respond the way you hoped it would. You may have felt frustrated, even discouraged, wondering if something was wrong with you. But Archangel Michael is now lifting that burden of misunderstanding and replacing it with clarity. He says your body has been in a state of waiting, not weakness. It has been anticipating alignment. There is a divine timing that operates beyond human understanding. It does not rush. It does not panic. It moves with precision, ensuring that every element is in place before transformation fully unfolds. And your body, being intricately connected to your spirit, has been following that same timing. Every experience you have lived through has shaped your internal environment. Every lesson, every challenge, every moment of growth has been adjusting something within you, sometimes in ways you could not see. Your body has been adapting, learning, and preparing itself to receive something greater. Think about this for a moment. If the full intensity of divine healing had entered you before you were ready, your system might not have been able to sustain it. It would have overwhelmed you. But instead, there has been a gradual process, a preparation that ensured when the light finally arrived, your body would not reject it, it would recognize it. And now, that moment has come. This is why things feel different. This is why the shift you are experiencing carries a sense of depth, not just surface-level change. Because this is not something temporary. This is not a quick fix. This is a deeply rooted transformation that has been building beneath the surface for far longer than you realize. Archangel Michael wants you to release the idea that you are behind. You are not late in your healing journey. You are right on time. In fact, everything that seemed like a delay was actually protection. Protection from receiving something before you were spiritually, emotionally, and physically ready to hold it. Because true healing is not just about receiving, it is about sustaining. And now, your body is ready to sustain it. There is also something else you must understand. During the times when you felt like nothing was happening, your body was still working. Even in silence, even in stillness, there were processes unfolding. Cells repairing, systems adjusting, energy shifting. You may not have noticed it, but your body never stopped responding to the deeper call for restoration. That is how remarkable your design is. And now, as the healing light of Christ continues to move within you, it is not entering an unprepared space. It is entering a vessel that has been refined through experience, strengthened through endurance, and aligned through divine timing. This is why Archangel Michael is asking you not to doubt what is happening now, because doubt can interrupt what has been so carefully prepared. Instead, he invites you into trust. Trust that your body knows what to do. Trust that what you are feeling is part of a larger process. Trust that the timing of this moment is not random. It is intentional, precise, and divinely orchestrated. You are not starting from the beginning. You are stepping into the result of everything that has been building up to this point. And as this truth settles into your heart, you may begin to feel something shift within you, not just physically, but emotionally. A sense of relief, a sense of understanding, a release from the pressure of trying to fix everything on your own. Because you are not doing this alone. Archangel Michael stands with you, guiding this process, ensuring that every step unfolds as it should, and the light that has entered you is continuing its work, layer by layer, bringing your body closer to the wholeness it was always designed to experience. Now, something even more powerful is about to be revealed, because what this healing is leading you into is not just recovery. It is a complete blueprint for wholeness that is beginning to activate within you. There is a deeper truth unfolding now, something that goes far beyond what most people understand when they think about healing. Archangel Michael is not just speaking about relief from pain or the disappearance of symptoms. He is revealing something far greater, a divine blueprint for wholeness that is now activating within you. And this is where everything begins to shift in a powerful way. Because wholeness is not simply the absence of illness. It is the full alignment of your body, your mind, and your spirit operating in harmony, just as they were originally designed. It is a state where nothing is working against you, where every part of you is flowing together, supporting life, sustaining energy, and reflecting divine order. For a long time, you may have been taught to separate these things, to treat the body as one thing, the mind as another, and the spirit as something distant or abstract. But Archangel Michael makes it clear, true healing cannot happen in fragments. It must happen in unity. And right now, that unity is beginning to form within you. The blueprint for wholeness is not something being created from scratch. It already exists inside you. It was placed within you from the very beginning, like a hidden design waiting for the right moment to be activated. And now, through the healing light of Christ, the design is being awakened. Think of it like this. Deep within your body, there is an original pattern, a perfect alignment that your system recognizes as home. Over time, life experiences, stress, fear, and external pressures may have pulled you away from that alignment. But they never erased it. They only covered it. And now, that covering is being removed. As the light moves through you, it is not guessing what to fix. It is following a precise blueprint. It knows exactly where imbalance exists. It knows exactly how your body is meant to function. And it is gently guiding every part of you back into that original state of harmony. This is why the process feels different from anything you may have experienced before. Because this is not forced healing. This is natural restoration guided by divine intelligence. Archangel Michael says, you are not being changed into something new. You are being restored to what you have always been. Let that truth settle into you. There is nothing missing in your design. There is nothing fundamentally broken in who you are. What you are experiencing now is a return to balance, a return to clarity, a return to life flowing freely within you. And as this blueprint activates, it begins to affect every level of your being. Your body starts to release what it no longer needs. Tension begins to dissolve. Systems that felt sluggish begin to awaken. Energy begins to move more freely. But it does not stop there. Your mind also begins to shift. Thoughts that once felt heavy or overwhelming begin to lose their grip. Clarity begins to replace confusion. You may notice that you are no longer reacting the same way to things that used to disturb you. This is because wholeness is not just physical, it is mental alignment as well. And then, even deeper than that, your spirit begins to rise. There is a quiet strength that starts to build within you, a sense of peace that does not depend on circumstances, a knowing that something is right, even if you cannot fully explain it. This is the spiritual dimension of wholeness, and it is just as important as the physical. All three, body, mind, and spirit, are now being brought back into alignment through this blueprint. And here is what makes this moment so powerful. This process is not something you have to control. You do not have to figure out every step. You do not have to force the outcome. The blueprint is already active. The light is already moving. Your role is not to struggle. It is to allow. Allow the process to unfold. Allow your body to respond. Allow your mind to settle. Allow your spirit to receive. Because the more you allow, the more this blueprint can fully express itself within you. Archangel Michael is guiding this with precision, ensuring that nothing is out of place, that every part of you is being touched in the exact way it needs. You are not alone in this process. You are being led, supported, and protected as this transformation unfolds. And as this blueprint continues to activate, something extraordinary is about to happen, because the next phase will reveal how this divine light is not just present within you, but how it is actively traveling through every cell of your body, bringing life to places that have been waiting for this exact touch. There is something extraordinary happening within you right now, something so intricate and so precise that it goes beyond human understanding. Archangel Michael is now revealing what most people never get to see: the actual movement of the healing light of Christ as it travels through your body, touching every cell, every system, every hidden space within you. This is not a distant force. It is not something hovering outside of you. It is already inside, moving with purpose. Imagine, for a moment, a gentle but powerful current of light flowing through your bloodstream. Not like ordinary light, but something alive, something intelligent. It does not rush. It does not scatter. It flows exactly where it is needed, guided by a divine awareness that knows your body better than you do. Archangel Michael describes it like this: the light enters, and it begins its journey where the need is greatest. It does not move randomly. It moves with intention. As it travels, it begins to interact with your cells. Now understand this: your cells are not passive. They are responsive. Each one carries a memory of divine order, a blueprint of how it is meant to function. But over time, that memory can become clouded by stress, by toxins, by emotional weight. The cells begin to operate in survival mode rather than harmony. But when this light reaches them, something changes. It is as if the cells recognize a signal they have been waiting for, a signal that says, "Return to your original design." And slowly, gently, they begin to respond. Some cells release what they have been holding. Others begin to repair themselves. Others start to communicate more clearly with the systems around them. It is not chaotic. It is coordinated. You may not see it, but this process is happening right now. The light moves through your nervous system, calming signals that have been overactive for too long. It touches areas of tension, softening what has been tight, releasing what has been held. It flows through your organs, bringing balance where there has been strain. And perhaps most importantly, it moves through the places you didn't even realize needed healing. Archangel Michael reveals that the body often stores things deeply: old emotions, past stress, unspoken fears. These do not just disappear. They settle into the body quietly, influencing how it functions over time. But the light does not ignore these areas. It seeks them out. And when it reaches them, it does not force them to leave. It simply surrounds them, fills them, and gently dissolves their hold. This is why some emotions may rise to the surface during this process. This is why you may feel moments of unexpected release. It is not because something is wrong. It is because something is finally being cleared. This is healing at its deepest level. And here is something even more powerful. This light is continuous. It does not come and go randomly. Once it has entered, it continues to move. It continues to work. It continues to flow through you, layer by layer, system by system, cell by cell. There's no part of your body that is too small or too hidden for it to reach. Even now, as you listen, there are areas within you being touched by this light. Areas you may have forgotten about. Areas you may have given up on. But the light has not forgotten them. It is reaching them. And as it does, your body is beginning to shift into a new rhythm. A rhythm of balance instead of strain. A rhythm of flow instead of blockage. A rhythm of life instead of survival. Archangel Michael says, this is not a temporary visitation. This is a restoration in motion. Let the truth anchor within you. You are not imagining this process. You are not hoping for something that may or may not happen. You are inside a living, active transformation that is unfolding in real time. And the more you become aware of it, the more you allow it, the more deeply it can move. There is no need to force anything. No need to control the outcome. The intelligence of this light is far greater than anything you could direct. Your role is to remain open, to remain receptive, to trust what is already happening within you. Because the light knows where to go, it knows what to do, and it will not stop until your body has fully responded. Now, as this movement continues, there are signs, clear, undeniable signs, that begin to show you that this healing is real. And what you are about to discover next will help you recognize exactly how your body is responding to this divine process in ways you may have already started to feel. There comes a moment in every divine process where what is happening within begins to reveal itself outwardly. Not always in dramatic ways, not always in ways the world immediately understands, but in subtle, undeniable signals that something real is taking place. Archangel Michael is now opening your awareness to recognize these signs, because many of them may already be happening to you and you may not have realized what they truly mean. The first sign often surprises people. It is not sudden strength, it is temporary fatigue. You may have felt more tired than usual, even when you have not done anything physically demanding. You may have needed more rest, more quiet, more stillness than before. And perhaps you questioned it, wondering why your energy felt different. But Archangel Michael reveals that this is not weakness. This is your body redirecting its energy inward, focusing on repair, restoration, and realignment. Healing requires energy, and your body, in its wisdom, is choosing to use that energy where it matters most. Another sign is emotional release. You may find yourself feeling emotions that seem to rise without warning. Moments of sadness, or even tears, that do not seem connected to anything happening around you. Or waves of peace that come suddenly, catching you off guard. This is not instability. This is clearing. The light moving within you is not only working on the physical level. It is reaching into places where emotions have been stored, sometimes for years. And as it touches those places, it brings them to the surface, not to overwhelm you, but to release them. Archangel Michael says, what rises is not here to remain. It is here to be set free. You may also notice changes in your thoughts. Things that once occupied your mind heavily may no longer feel as strong. Worries that once seemed constant may begin to fade. You may feel a new sense of clarity, or a quietness in your thinking that was not there before. This is another sign that alignment is taking place, not just in your body, but in your mind. There is also a physical awareness that begins to grow. You may become more sensitive to what your body needs, more aware of when you need rest, when you need nourishment, when something does not feel right. This is not overthinking. It is reconnection. Your body is beginning to communicate more clearly, and you are starting to hear it. Some people experience warmth or tingling in certain areas of their body. Others feel a sense of lightness, as if something heavy has been lifted. Some may even notice shifts in sleep patterns, either needing more rest or waking up feeling different than before. All of these are signs. Not signs of something going wrong, but signs of something being restored. And then there is one of the most powerful signs of all: peace. Not the kind of peace that comes from everything being perfect around you, but a deeper, quieter peace that exists even when circumstances have not changed yet. A sense that something is being taken care of, even if you cannot see the full picture. This peace is not accidental. It is the presence of divine alignment settling within you. Archangel Michael wants you to recognize this clearly. These signs are confirmation. They are evidence that the healing process is not just an idea. It is real, it is active, and it is already affecting you. But there is something important to remember. Not every sign will feel comfortable. Healing is not always gentle in sensation, even though it is guided by gentleness. Sometimes it feels like release. Sometimes it feels like adjustment. Sometimes it feels unfamiliar. But unfamiliar does not mean wrong. It often means new. And you are stepping into something new. A new way of functioning. A new level of alignment. A new experience of your body responding to life rather than struggling against it. So do not dismiss what you are feeling. Do not ignore the changes, even if they seem small. Because each one is part of a larger process unfolding within you. Archangel Michael is guiding this process with precision, ensuring that every sign, every shift, every sensation is leading you closer to wholeness. And now, as you begin to recognize these signs more clearly, there is something that must be addressed, because while the light is already working within you, there are certain things that can either allow it to flow freely or hold it back. What is about to be revealed next will show you exactly what must be released immediately so that this healing can reach its fullest expression within you. There is a sacred truth that must be faced with honesty and courage, because while the healing light is already moving within you, there are certain things that can slow its flow, restrict its reach, and limit how deeply it can transform you. Archangel Michael is not bringing this forward to burden you, but to free you. Because what you release now will determine how fully you experience the wholeness that is being offered to you. The first thing he speaks of is fear. Fear is subtle. It does not always appear as panic or obvious anxiety. Sometimes it hides in quiet thoughts, in small doubts, in the constant questioning of whether things will truly get better. It whispers, "What if this doesn't work?" Or "What if something is wrong with me?" And without realizing it, this fear creates tension within your body. It signals your system to stay on guard, to resist, to protect itself, even when there is nothing to fight against. But healing cannot fully flow where fear is constantly tightening the space. Archangel Michael says, release the need to anticipate harm. The light within you is not your enemy. It is your restoration. Let that settle deeply. The next thing that must be released is doubt. Doubt is different from fear. Fear feels heavy and urgent. Doubt feels quiet and logical. It questions everything. It tries to analyze what is happening, to measure it, to understand it fully before allowing it. But divine healing does not always follow logic. It moves in ways that cannot always be explained in human terms. When doubt is present, it creates hesitation. It keeps you partially open, but not fully. And partial openness leads to partial experience. You do not need to understand everything for this to work. You only need to allow it. Then there is something even deeper: resentment. This is one of the most powerful blockages in the body because it is not always visible. It can be directed toward others, toward situations, or even toward yourself. It is the accumulation of unresolved pain, held tightly over time. Your body feels it, it holds it, and it affects how energy moves within you. Archangel Michael speaks with firmness here because this matters. What you hold on to in pain, you also hold within your body. Release it, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve freedom. This does not mean forgetting. It does not mean excusing what happened. It means choosing not to carry it any longer. Because every ounce of resentment you release creates space for healing to move more freely, more deeply, more completely. And then there is guilt. This one often goes unnoticed, but it can be one of the heaviest weights of all. Guilt over past decisions, over things you wish you had done differently, over moments you cannot change. It lingers quietly, influencing how you see yourself, how you treat yourself, and even what you believe you deserve. But here is the truth Archangel Michael wants you to hear clearly. You are not disqualified from healing because of your past. The light of Christ does not enter your life based on your perfection. It enters because of divine love. So release the belief that you must earn your healing. Release the idea that you are somehow undeserving, because that belief itself can limit what you allow yourself to receive. Now, as you hear these things, fear, doubt, resentment, guilt, you may feel something stirring within you, not to overwhelm you, but to show you what is ready to be released. You do not have to force it out. You do not have to struggle with it. Simply acknowledge it, recognize it, and choose, in this moment, to let it go. Even if it feels small, even if it feels incomplete, the decision itself creates movement. Archangel Michael is guiding you through this release, not leaving you to do it alone. And as you begin to let these things fall away, you may notice something immediate: a sense of lightness, a sense of openness, a sense that something within you has shifted. Because it has. The space that was once occupied by these weights is now available, and the healing light that is already within you can now move with greater freedom, reaching deeper places, completing what it started. This is not about becoming perfect. This is about becoming open. And openness is where transformation truly happens. Type "I release" and receive in the comments if you are letting go in this moment. Blessing code 642 is now activated over your life. And as you release, something powerful begins to happen, because what flows into that space is not emptiness. It is alignment. A sacred connection between your faith and your physical body that begins to amplify everything that is already taking place within you. As this sacred release takes place within you, understand this: you are not only being healed, you are becoming a living testimony of what divine light can do. There are souls right now who are still carrying the very burdens you are releasing, still searching for the truth that is now reaching you. And in this moment, you have the opportunity to extend this light beyond yourself. The word declares, "Whoever sows generously will also reap generously," and this is a living invitation being spoken directly to your spirit. If something within you is saying, "I want others to receive this healing too," then act on it without hesitation. Sow into this mission through Super Thanks, or through the PayPal link in the description, or even through the QR code in this video. This is not just giving, it is stepping into alignment with a divine flow that multiplies. As you release and give, may blessings return to you in ways that overflow beyond expectation. Step forward in faith. Activate the flow now. There is a connection that many have heard about, but few have truly understood in its full depth. Archangel Michael now brings this truth forward with clarity. Your faith is not separate from your physical health. It is directly connected to it. Not in a distant or symbolic way, but in a living, active relationship that influences how your body responds, heals, and restores itself. For a long time, you may have believed that healing was only physical, that it depended on what you did externally, what you ate, how you rested, what treatments you followed. And while those things have their place, they are not the full picture. Because beneath every physical response, there is a deeper layer, your inner state, your belief, your trust. Faith is not just a spiritual idea. It is a force that creates alignment. When faith is present, your body relaxes. Your system shifts out of tension and into openness. It stops preparing for danger and begins allowing restoration. This is not imagination. This is how your design responds when trust replaces fear. Archangel Michael says, faith is the doorway through which healing moves freely. But here is where many misunderstand. Faith is not pretending everything is fine. It is not ignoring what you feel. It is not forcing yourself to believe something you do not truly accept. Real faith is quieter than that. It is a steady trust that even if you do not see everything clearly, something greater is at work within you. It is the decision to trust the process, even when it feels unfamiliar. And when that trust is present, something begins to change inside your body. Your breathing becomes deeper. Your muscles begin to release tension. Your nervous system starts to calm. Signals that once carried stress begin to soften. And in that softened state, healing can move more freely. Because healing does not thrive in resistance. It thrives in openness. This is why Archangel Michael is guiding you into this alignment now. Not just to receive the light, but to allow it to fully integrate into your system. There is also something else happening when faith is active. It begins to reshape how you see yourself. Instead of viewing your body as something fragile or broken, you begin to see it as something capable, something designed with purpose, something that knows how to return to balance. This shift in perception is powerful because the way you see your body influences how you treat it, how you respond to it, and how it responds back to you. Faith restores that connection. It brings you back into partnership with your body instead of conflict with it. And as that partnership strengthens, the healing process becomes more natural, more fluid, more complete. You are no longer fighting your body. You are working with it. Archangel Michael also reveals that faith carries a frequency, a subtle but powerful influence that affects everything within you. When you choose trust, when you choose belief, even in small ways, you are shifting that frequency. You are creating an environment within your body where healing is supported rather than resisted. This is why even a small moment of genuine faith can create a noticeable shift. It is not about how big your faith is. It is about how real it is. Even a quiet thought that says, "Something good is happening within me," is enough to begin that alignment. Even a simple decision to stop doubting for a moment, to stop questioning everything, and to just allow can open the door wider than you realize. And as that door opens, the light that is already within you moves more freely. It flows without obstruction. It reaches deeper layers. It completes what it began. This is the sacred alignment Archangel Michael is speaking of, where your faith and your physical body are no longer separate, but working together in harmony, where trust replaces tension, where belief supports restoration, where your inner state becomes a foundation for your outer healing. And now, as this alignment strengthens within you, something powerful is approaching, a moment where your body fully accepts the light without resistance, without hesitation, and without limitation. A moment where everything begins to come together in a way that will feel undeniable. There comes a moment in this divine process that changes everything. A quiet, powerful turning point where your body stops resisting, stops questioning, and fully accepts the healing light that has been moving within it. Archangel Michael calls this the moment of complete reception, and it is unlike anything you have experienced before. This moment does not arrive with noise or force. It does not demand your attention. It unfolds gently, almost like a realization that settles deep within you. A moment where something inside simply says, yes. Yes to the healing. Yes to the process. Yes to the restoration that is already taking place. And when that yes happens, everything begins to align in a new way. Up until now, your body hath been adjusting, releasing, responding in stages. There may have been moments of openness, followed by moments of hesitation. Times where you felt deeply connected to the process, and other times where doubt or uncertainty tried to return. This is natural. It is part of the transition. But this moment is different. This is where the hesitation dissolves. Archangel Michael explains, when the body fully accepts the light, it no longer sees it as something external. It recognizes it as part of its own restoration. That recognition is powerful, because the moment your body stops treating the light as something foreign, it begins to cooperate with it completely. Every system begins to align more quickly. Every cell becomes more responsive. The flow becomes uninterrupted. You may notice this shift in subtle but undeniable ways. There may be a sense of deep calm that settles over you, not temporary, but steady. A feeling that something has clicked into place. You may feel lighter, not just physically, but emotionally, as if a weight you didn't even realize you were carrying has been lifted. Your breathing may feel different, deeper, more natural. Your body may feel more at ease, less tense, less guarded. Even your thoughts may begin to reflect this change, becoming clearer, more focused, less scattered. This is the body moving from resistance into acceptance. And acceptance is where transformation accelerates. Because once your body fully accepts the light, it no longer slows the process. It supports it. It amplifies it. It works in harmony with it. Archangel Michael wants you to understand that this moment is not something you have to force. It is not something you achieve through effort. It is something you allow. It happens when you stop holding back. When you stop questioning whether it will work. When you stop looking for proof before you believe. And instead, you simply rest in the knowing that something real is happening within you. This is where faith and physical response meet completely. Your belief is no longer separate from your body's experience. It becomes part of it. And in that unity, healing moves faster, deeper, more completely than before. There is also something else that happens in this moment. Your body begins to trust again. For a long time, there may have been a disconnect, a feeling that your body was unpredictable or that it was working against you. But in this moment of acceptance, that relationship begins to restore itself. You begin to feel that your body is not your enemy. It is your ally. It is responding. It is cooperative. It is doing exactly what it was designed to do. And that realization alone can shift everything. Because when trust is restored between you and your body, there is no longer tension in the process. There is no longer a need to fight or control every outcome. There is flow. Natural, steady, powerful flow. Archangel Michael stands within this moment, guiding it, stabilizing it, ensuring that this acceptance is not temporary, but rooted. He is not only helping you receive the light, he is helping your body integrate it fully. so that it becomes part of your ongoing state, not just a passing experience. And as this acceptance deepens, something extraordinary begins to unfold outwardly. Because when your body fully receives the light within, it cannot remain hidden. It begins to express itself in ways that others can see, feel, and recognize. A transformation that goes beyond what you feel internally and begins to reveal itself to the world around you in ways that will not go unnoticed. There is a point in every divine restoration where what has been happening within can no longer remain hidden. It begins to reveal itself outwardly, not as something you try to show, not as something you force, but as a natural expression of what has already taken place inside you. Archangel Michael is now revealing that you are approaching this moment, where the transformation within you becomes visible to others in ways that are both subtle and undeniable. At first, it may be something simple. Someone may look at you and say, "You seem different." They may not be able to explain it. They may not know what has changed, but they will feel it. Because the light that has been moving through your body is not only restoring your internal systems, it is reshaping your presence. There is an energy that surrounds you now, a quiet strength, a calm clarity that was not as strong before. It is not something you need to announce. It speaks for itself. Your eyes may begin to reflect more light. There is a softness, but also a depth. A sense that you are more present, more grounded, more connected than before. This is not just physical. It is the result of alignment between your body, your mind, and your spirit. Archangel Michael says, when the body aligns with divine light, it becomes a reflection of it. This is what others begin to notice. Your movements may feel more natural, less tense. Your posture may shift without you trying. Your voice may carry a different tone, steadier, calmer, more assured. Even your expressions may change, reflecting a peace that comes from within rather than being influenced by everything around you. And then there is your energy. People are drawn to it, not because you are trying to attract attention, but because something about your presence feels safe, feels calm, feels real. In a world where many carry tension and uncertainty, your alignment becomes something others can feel, even if they do not understand it. Some may come to you without knowing why, simply wanting to be near that sense of peace. Others may begin to ask questions, noticing that you are not reacting the same way you used to. Situations that once disturbed you may no longer have the same effect. Challenges that once felt overwhelming may now be met with steadiness. This is transformation in action. Not loud, not forced, but deeply evident. There may also be physical changes that begin to show. Your body may carry itself differently. Your energy levels may become more stable. The way you move, the way you breathe, the way you exist in your own space may feel more balanced. This is because your body is no longer operating from strain. It is operating from alignment. Archangel Michael reminds you, what is happening within you will always express itself outwardly. It cannot remain hidden. But here is something important to understand. This transformation is not for comparison. It is not for proving anything to anyone. It is not about being seen as better or different in a way that separates you from others. It is simply the natural result of allowing divine light to fully integrate within you. And in that natural expression, something powerful happens. You become a living example, not through words but through presence. Others begin to see that change is possible, that healing is real, that alignment can be experienced, not just spoken about. And even if they do not understand the process you have gone through, they will recognize the result. This is how light spreads, not through force but through reflection. And as you continue in this alignment, This transformation will not fade. It will deepen. It will stabilize. It will become your new way of being, not something temporary. Archangel Michael stands with you in this, ensuring that what has been established within you continues to grow, continues to strengthen, continues to express itself naturally in your life. And now, as this transformation becomes more visible, there is one final step, a sealing of everything that has taken place. A moment of peace, of completion, of knowing that what has begun within you is now part of who you are. A final blessing that will settle this process into a state of calm, comfort, and lasting wholeness. Beloved soul, breathe gently in this moment, because what has been unfolding within you has now reached a place of completion, of stillness, of sacred peace. This is not the end of something. It is the settling of something that will remain with you, something that has now become part of who you are. Archangel Michael stands beside you, not in urgency now, but in calm assurance. The intensity of the process has softened into a quiet, steady flow. What once felt like movement, release, and change has now become alignment, stability, and presence. You are no longer searching for healing. You are walking in it. Let that truth rest deeply within you. Your body is no longer in a state of resistance. It is no longer trying to fight or figure everything out. It has received what it needed. It has responded. It has aligned. And now, it rests in that alignment. There is a peace within you that does not need to be explained. A calm that does not depend on circumstances. A quiet knowing that something real has taken place. Archangel Michael says, the light you have received is not passing through you. It is now dwelling within you. This means you do not have to chase it. You do not have to recreate this moment. You do not have to wonder if it will leave. It remains. It continues. It lives within every breath you take, every movement you make, every moment you exist. And from this place, your life begins to feel different. Not because everything around you has changed instantly, but because you have changed within it. The way you respond, the way you feel, the way you carry yourself, it all flows from this new state of wholeness. There is no urgency now, no pressure, no need to force anything forward. Only a gentle continuation of what has already been established. Your body knows what to do. Your spirit is aligned. Your mind is at peace. And together, they move as one. This is wholeness. Not perfection, but harmony. Not control, but flow. Not striving, but being. Archangel Michael places a final covering over you, a protection, a sealing of this process so that what has been restored remains steady. You are not left vulnerable. You are not left uncertain. You are held in this alignment, supported as you continue forward. From this moment on, trust what you feel. Honor what your body tells you. Remain open, but also remain at peace. Because what needed to begin has begun. What needed to shift has shifted. And what needed to align has aligned. You are not the same as you were before this message found you. Something within you has awakened. Something within you has been restored. And something within you will continue to grow in quiet, powerful ways. So rest in this. Carry it with you. Let it become part of your everyday life, not something separate, not something distant, but something natural. You are walking in divine wholeness now. Type "I walk in divine wholeness" in the comments if you receive this final blessing. Blessing code 909 is now sealed over your life. As the sacred wholeness settles within you, hear this clearly. What had been poured into your life is not meant to stop with you. There are souls right now who are still waiting for this exact light, still carrying burdens you have just been freed from. The Lord is speaking even now. As you have freely received it, now freely give, and this is your moment to become a channel of that flow. If you feel that stirring within you, that quiet voice saying, "I want others to experience this too," then move in obedience. Sow into this mission through super thanks or through the PayPal link in the description, or through the QR code placed in this video, and release your seed into fertile ground. This is not a transaction. It is a prophetic act that opens doors for others to be reached, healed, and restored. And as you give, may the same divine flow multiply back into your life, bringing increase, peace, and covering over everything connected to you. Step into this calling now. Activate the flow.